Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh Shem Shai, by Shem Rakor Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that rule well. Salutations to the hope for the elect, pushing his word in sincerity and truth on the four corners of the earth. Alright, I'm going to start in Deuteronomy 1 and 17. It says, Ye shall not respect persons in judgment, but ye shall hear the small as well as the great. Ye shall not be afraid of the face of man, for the judgment is the Most High's. And the cause that is too hard for you, bring it unto me, and I will hear it. All right. You shall have no respecter of persons in judgment. Okay. And when you see how things are judged here, all right, in this wicked place, all right, you know, as America, that's all it is respecter of persons. All right. Now I'm gonna give you a quick example. When you look at, I don't know how, if brothers are into the, what's going on in sports or not, but when you look at the Deshaun Watson case, right? This is an Israelite man who was accused of having some type of sexual misconduct with, women. I think it was like 25 women, whatever. And he stands before what they call a grand jury. And, he doesn't get convicted or indicted. All right. Not only once did this happen. It's happened twice. All right. Two different grand juries didn't indict him, but the man is still being punished. All right. Why is he being punished? Because there's a respect of persons as it pertains to women in America. If a woman in America say you did something, you did it. And the brothers have been in this situation. A woman can say you did something sexually to her, or a woman can say, which is the most common thing, well, this man put his hands on me. No evidence, no anything. It's just she said something, so you don't get what they call a due process. You just get punished. All right. As the scriptures say, but ye shall hear the small as well as the great. The heterosexual man in America has become the small. There is no voice. There is no outcry for what you would call justice for a heterosexual man. Only gays and women in America. So these people who judge, okay, which I'm not just talking about a judge in a courtroom, because the court of public opinion has become more powerful than the actual courtroom in America. But these people who judge in the court of public opinion, you could tell that they have respect of persons. It just is what it is. Respect of persons can also come with money. Because if you broke, let's say you assault someone and you're poor, you're going to jail. Flat out. But if you're rich and you assault someone, if you're rich, you can assault someone on camera, but you got the money and if you ever want to say the fame to get out of it. You just pay the lawyer. These lawyers have relationships with these judges, so he can talk you out of it. All right, so America is based off wicked judgment, man. Respecter of persons. All right, it says you shall not be afraid of the face of man. That goes back to the court of public opinion. One of the main reasons that people have a respecter of persons and they don't judge righteously is because they're scared of the face of man, what they call public backlash, or if you're a corporation or a company, they call it PR, public relations. So someone will, just like the NFL at this moment, the reason that Deshaun Watson is getting put through the ringer is PR. It's public relations. Because they look at it like, well, it's not even about the case. It's, well, let's say the women protest against the NFL, right? Which you would think, isn't a big deal, but the marketing dollars. That takes away money from the NFL, because if the women are against the NFL, we can't work with certain companies that will bring more money to the NFL. Like if you can think of a woman company, like I can't really think of one at the moment, but a company that sells products, or markets products towards women, the NFL look at it like, well, damn, we ain't gonna be able to work with them because the women mad at this case. So let's punish this man so we don't have to deal, with the face of man, as the scriptures say. And we can continue to make money. That's wicked. Because usually when you have, and not to harp on this situation too much, but it's just current news. You have a man who is being accused of sexual assault, but it's no evidence. Like usually when you got sexual assault, it's some type of evidence, text message, phone call, audio recording, video, some type of mark on a woman. Because if you're sexually assaulting a woman, not that I've ever done it, but I would assume that she fights back. So it would be some type of bodily indication, that this happened to her. They also have something called rape tests, which they can gauge forcible penetration or something like that. This man has none of that against him. But he's going to go down. They about to body him because it's just respect of persons. That's all it boils down to. And the respect of persons in America is the rich, women, and gays. But it says, for the judgment is the Most High's. And that's, only a man of the Lord is going to understand that. The judgment of a person is really the Most High. That's why we judge by the law. So if you're going off your own judgment, that's wicked, right? But it says, and the cause that is too hard for you, bring it unto me, and I will hear it. All right, America not going to do that. Nobody in a position of power as it pertains to being able to judge anything is going to reverence the Most High. They reverencing the laws of Esau. That's why it's always funny that they make you swear on the Bible in court when they don't judge off the laws of the Bible. It's just to put on a show as if America is some type of holy place. But this Leviticus 19 and 15, it says, you shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. Thou shalt not respect the persons of the poor, nor honor the persons of the mighty. But in righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor. All right? How do you judge righteously? Off the law. The laws of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is the only way to judge righteously. All right? All these, decrees and, so-called laws that Esau has, none of it's righteous. If you really dig into the law conflicts itself a lot. And when I say the law, I'm talking about Esau's law. Right? It conflicts itself. Because why? It's full of respect of persons. That's why the police get away with so many murders. Because it's a respect of persons. Well, because, police department is government as well. So that's one of us. We're not going to punish them. That's wicked. That's unrighteousness in judgment, But what do you expect, seeing as how they're not judging by the law of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. They're judging off their own merit. Or their own laws, if you will. All right. But going back to, back to Deuteronomy. This is Deuteronomy 16 and 19. Thou shalt not wrest judgment. Thou shalt not respect the persons, neither take a gift. For a gift doeth blind the eyes of the wise, and pervert the words of the righteous. And that's another way, that this unrighteous judgment goes down here in America, all right? Thou shalt not respect persons, all right? Neither take a gift, all right? And that's what a lot of these people do. It's a gift. It's some form of payment or some form of reward for judging unrighteously. All right, even when you look at the dealings with the alphabet community, you got a lot of people out there that like root for them or stand by them that don't even what I'm trying to say, don't even support that lifestyle. But they know if they get in front of a camera and say, yeah, you know, LGBT, you know, is great and all of this, it's a reward because you've aligned yourself with the people that really control the entertainment industry. So, of course, they're going to give you a gift or a reward. That's not even the spirit of an Israelite to condone that. But if I can get close to these people and make more money, speaking from the perspective of one of these people that do that, if I can get close to these people and make more money, all right, whatever. You got men supporting feminism, man. That's backwards. You're supporting your demise. But, like I said, the respect of persons in America is solely gays and women. So if I align myself with that, I can make more money. You know, it's basically what it is. That's the gift. You know, judges get paid off. Don't get it twisted. Like the court system isn't corrupt. If you got enough money, you can pay the judge. Why you think niggas get high-priced lawyers? You think these lawyers, these high-priced, high-profile lawyers don't break bread with the judge? Look, he paying me this. I give you 100,000. You let this go. It's corruption on every level. But they got you thinking that these people stand for justice. Like the police rob drug dealers. So you got crooked police who's in on the criminal world. It's all corrupt. You know? For a gift doeth blind the eyes of the wise and pervert the words of the righteous. All right? A gift blind the eyes of the wise and pervert the words of the righteous. So instead of, you know, proclaiming, okay, the law of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and judging people off that, you'll pervert the words. You know, just like a preacher, which is another example, a so-called preacher in the church, that's them to the T. Pervert the words of righteousness. For what? A gift. That 501c3 charter. That money they're getting from the people. Because to them it's just, you know, money. These words of Yahweh Shemel Shai don't mean none to them. Because they feel as though it's no consequence. We know Esau feel as though it's no consequence, but, you know, speaking more so on the 2/3, I feel like it's no consequence. You know, I'ma stand with whatever fills my belly. All right. But this Proverbs 28:21, to have respect of persons is not good. For a piece of bread that man will transgress. There goes the gift again. For a piece of bread that man will transgress. As long as he eating, as long as his belly full, he gonna transgress. That's what this place has turned Jake to. Because that's how Esau is. He can be bought off and paid off, and, you know, there's a level of corruption on every level. All right, mainly it's because of the gifts, the money, you know. To have respect of persons is not good. It's not a good thing because you're a wicked judge. You know? The Most High tell us to judge righteously, man, in these situations, in all situations. Judge righteously, which is what? Judging by the law. All right? But this is Colossians, all right, 3:25. He that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he hath done. And there is no respect of persons. All right. If you break the law, it just is what it is. There shall be no reward. All right. No piece of bread, as the scriptures say. No gifts. It's just, all right, you broke the law. You got to receive for the wrong you've done. And there is no respect of persons, meaning no matter who you are, you're being judged by the same law. Rich, poor, whatever. That's how a judge is supposed to judge. All right. That's how you judge people. Because the respecter of persons just make that person do more wickedness. While I'm plugged in over here with the judge and the judge of the situation, so I can really do what I want and lean on him to help. You got family members like that. I ain't even got to go into the woman, niggas that you know. You got to judge them righteously. Just like going back to Deuteronomy and say, for the judgment is of the Most High. If you not judging things righteously, not judging people righteously, all right, that's fucking up the Most High judgment. He gave us the law to judge off of. So if you're not judging by the law, you're basically throwing the Most High by the wayside, all right? He that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he have done. This has to be your mindset when you judge. Now, if somebody's innocent, okay, they're innocent. But if you know they wrong and you still letting him go or letting it slide, well, I give them one more chance, and mercy comes with judgment. But if somebody's, just plain out wicked and they're not going to change, that. So judge them righteously. The wrong, they got to receive for the wrong that they've done. Because the judge has to do the same thing also. If you're a wicked judge, you're going to receive for the wrong you've done. You're not put in a position where you just judge everybody and the Most High ain't judging you no more. So make sure you judging these people off the law, no matter who it is. All right, that's what no respecter of person mean. Nobody is above the law. When I say nobody is above the law, I'm not saying nobody's above you, but you're a holder of the law, a keeper of the law, a representation of the law. So you have to judge these people by the law, no matter who they are. And they ain't going to understand it because, Jake ain't into the law, Jake ain't into judging righteously. He damn sure ain't into being judged righteously. Like niggas always complaining. But all in all, it's still your responsibility to judge these people by the law. If they wicked, they wicked, I'm James 2 and 9. But if ye have respect to persons, ye commit sin, and are convinced of the law as transgressors. All right? If you have respect to persons, you commit sin. Why? Because you're promoting iniquity. If somebody keeps getting away with shit, why would you change? Like if a murderer get 5 bodies and they keep every time they say, that's all right, you can go ahead. Well, he gonna kill more. If somebody is an adulteress and they done slept with 13 different people outside of their marriage, and you keep saying, all right, yeah, they gonna hit the 30s, man. That's why in the law, the Most High say, certain laws, you kill the person, so you cut off the evil from Israel. People have to be made an example of. All right. So if you're a judge that has respect to persons, you're just you're upholding iniquity. Because not only does that person continue to commit sin and evil, all right, the people that's watching say, well, if they got away with it, I'm going to do it too. Now you have a free-for-all of wickedness. Just because you have respect to persons. So now everybody, all the onlookers, all right, they see, and, well, if this person got away with it, I should be able to get away with it. And you hear that a lot. Like when people get judged. Well, this person did it. And when they say that, they not wrong. You look at it as like, oh, well, worry about yourself. And they really not wrong when they say that. Because if you let this if you let this person get away with it, what you judging me for? So that's not the fault of, the person that committed the evil. Is the fault of the judge for having respect of persons for the prior person. Because that's what they're going to say. He did it. You judging somebody for committing adultery. Well, he committed adultery. You let him off. He a murderer. Why can't I murder? You know? Why not? And that all falls on the wicked judge who has respect of persons. That's how you get that conflict. Of that he did it, she did it too shit. Because you decided to be an unrighteous judge. You decided to let wickedness happen. So now as the judge of that people, you know, it's your fault. Just like a wicked king. It's your fault. Like Esau, this is his fault. Of course, all the people wicked. You wicked. So as a judge, you know, you have to be an example of righteous judgment, of course. Or it's going to be, once again, just chaos. You know, amongst the people that are subject to your judgment, it's just going to be chaos. All right. Romans 2:11, for there is no respect of persons with God, with the Most High. It's no respect of persons. That ain't how the Most High get out. The Most High shows mercy. But there ain't nobody who breaking the law that ain't going to receive the judgment for breaking the law. Nobody. You read the scriptures, nobody who didn't pay. Nobody. If they was righteous, they got dealt with righteously. If they was wicked, they got dealt with, not wickedly, but they got the judgment of the wicked. It's like the righteous get the judgment of the righteous. The wicked get the reward of the wicked. The righteous get the reward of the righteous. So all that respect their persons, it can't be nobody you afraid of. That's why the scriptures say, don't be afraid of the face of man. Who is these niggas? I mean, you really think about it. who are these people? It ain't nobody. You get no respect. You wicked, man. How would you respect a wicked person? And you damn sure shouldn't be afraid of them or fearing them. That's a lack of faith. You scared of a man that's in the same flesh as you. What? Stop looking at these people like that. They only do what they allowed. Under the Yahweh Shem Yahushua, they do what they allowed, man. So why be scared of somebody who's subject to the same power as you? And if something do happen, okay, Most High said so. So what you afraid of? Only reason you would be afraid of that is if you wicked. That's people who fear judgment the most, is the wicked. If you following the Lord to the best of your ability, you doing what the Most High says the best you can, what is there to be afraid of? And you fear the Most High out of wisdom, you know, but that's a part of following the Lord to the best of your ability. It's fear-based. So the Most High won't judge me, so I won't have to go through something crazy because I decided not to follow the law. Them niggas have something to be afraid of. Because they living, you know, they operating outside the law. You not. To the best of your ability, you not. So why be afraid of the face of man? Why have respect of persons? Who are these people? You gotta be cold in this thing, man. These ain't nobody. It's nobody. It's the black ass nigga, you know, speaking on 2/3 of the Israelites. What the fuck? Who is you? You know, coming at a point, you know, not coming at a point, but when you in the truth, all right, you believe in y'all Bashim Yahushua, wickedness ain't cool no more. These ain't nobody be reverenced. And I'm speaking personally because I'm pretty sure, you know, other brothers, you know, may have been like this, but I'm speaking on myself. You know, wickedness was cool in the world. You know, oh, he getting to the money. You know, he selling drugs. He fuck all the bitches. He fucked old boy wife and shit. You know, it was cool, but you know, when you a believer, that niggas just ain't nothing, man. Who is you? Ain't none of that shit cool to me. Ain't none of that shit respectable to me. What's cool and respectable is the law. That's where my, you know, morals, principles, and integrity lie. And there's no compromise. So it's just gonna be, you know, speaking from the perspective of all the believers, it's gonna be me versus everybody. And as long as I stay true, as long as I stay, you know, following the Lord to the best of my ability and being righteous, I can't lose because the Most High with me. So if you somebody that's going through that, man, get over that respect their person shit, man. People are nobody. And that's even amongst the believers. There can't be no respect their persons. And that's how you know, like, who really got a wicked heart, you know, and who's acting. You know, acting like they righteous, but really got a wicked heart when you start rebuking them. Somebody rebuke you, ain't nothing you can, if it's true, ain't nothing you can say, dog. And this is experience of mine. This is what I'm gonna say. Because going back to Deuteronomy, the judgment is of the Most High. So there's this brother that may be speaking on the wickedness that you've done, man, just deal with it, man. And try to correct yourself. Because as soon as you fight against them, you're really fighting against the Most High. If he's judging you out of the law and out of the book, it's no retort. It's no, you know what I'm saying? What you gonna say? And a lot of people get exposed like that. So when you do wickedness, I accept that you did wickedness and accept that now it's your duty to correct that. That's the only option, is to correct it. But this Acts 10 and 34, it says, then Peter opened his mouth and said, of a truth, I perceive that the Most High is no respecter of persons. But in every nation, he that feareth him and worketh righteousness is accepted with him. That's, you know, what I was speaking on about the fear of man. Most High ain't no respecter of persons. In every nation, he that feareth him and worketh righteousness is accepted with him. So if you work in righteousness, you accepted with the Most High. And if you accepted with the Most High, who can beat you? Being under the wing or under the arm or whatever you want to say of the untouchable makes you untouchable. Ain't nobody with somebody gonna rush the Most High. I ain't trying to, you know, be funny or nothing, but they gonna get together like, yeah, we gonna get rid of the Most High. What? So if you on the side of the righteous, you know, the King of righteousness, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, you're protected, man. You're accepted with the Most High. He's going to protect you. Yes, you will get chastened when you go off. But the Most High, you know, he gonna deal with you like he deal with a son. He gonna correct you and protect you. All right, protect you and correct you. You know, that's what an acceptable son feels from his father. Correction and protection. So going back to the fear, because that's what it be a lot of the times. You be scared of people, man. I don't want to say nothing to him. Who is he? In the grand scheme of things, who is he or her or them, they? Like, you know, whatever pronoun you want to use, right? Who are they? Nothing, man. So judge righteously, man. Don't let that damn respecter of persons creep into your head, man. You know. It's Job 34:16. It says, if now thou hast understanding, hear this. Hearken to the voice of my words. Shall even he that hateth right govern? And wilt thou condemn him that is most just? It says, is it fit to say to a king, thou art wicked, and to princes, ye are ungodly? It says, how much less to him that accepteth not the persons of princes, nor regardeth the rich more than the poor? For they all are the work of his hands. All right, speaking on the Most High. Got to judge like the Most High judge, righteously. All right. Is it fit to say to a king, thou art wicked, and to princes, you are ungodly? You would think the answer to that would be, you know, like, you don't, if people in a position of power, you can't talk to them a certain kind of way, basically. But even if they're in a position of power, if they wicked, they wicked. You getting judged, bruh, by the law. All right. How much less to him that accepteth not the persons of princes, nor regardeth the rich more than the poor? For they all are the work of his hands. All right. That's the fearlessness you have to have in righteous judgment. All right. Scripture say, you know, be ye holy like your Father in heaven. I'm paraphrasing. So the same way that the Most High doesn't regard the princes and the kings and the people of power and, you know, whatever, it's the same way we're not supposed to regard them. Because you got to realize the prophets sometimes were sent to kings in their face. Like Moses sent directly to the king, like in his face, the Pharaoh. Hey, let the Israelites go. You know that take, you know, of course he had the spirit of the Most High with him. But that take balls. You know, that's like going up to, you know, the Most High sending a brother up to the, I don't know what family is the top family. I'm assuming the Rothschilds or the Rockefellers. But whoever the head is up there, sending them right into their living room. Like, hey, you know, Most High about to destroy y'all. Get ready. You know, that take balls. Because most people will fear what the man could do to them. So what I'm saying is the same fearlessness, all right, that the prophets of old had in their judgment, their righteous judgment, is the same one we have to have, because that's how the Most High judges. Is it fit to say to a king, thou art wicked, and to princes, you are ungodly? How much less to him that accepteth not the persons of princes, nor regardeth the rich more than the poor? For they are all the work of his hands. All right, so once again, that goes into not having respect of persons, whether they poor, rich, mighty, weak, you know, royal, or a peasant, whatever you want to say. You know, they have to be judged righteously. And once again, a way to judge righteously is to judge by the law of Yahweh Shem Shai. All right. But Deuteronomy 10:17, for the Lord your power is the power of gods and the Lord of lords, a great power, a mighty and a terrible, which regardeth not persons, nor taketh reward. See, you can't buy the Most High off. All right. Be ye holy as your Father in heaven is holy. So you shouldn't be able to be bought off. Can't nobody come to you with no reward or no gift and say, well, you know, just have this happening. You know, I give you the bread. You know. Nah. Judge righteously. Have no respect of persons. Don't be somebody who's able to be bought. You know, it's priceless, as they say. You know, being an Israelite is priceless. So how you gonna put a number on yourself as a judge? You know, it's John. I'm gonna end on this. It's John 7. Excuse me. This is John 7:24. Judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteous judgment. All right. Once again, don't get outside of the righteous judgment. All right. Because that's, appearance is another thing. Especially with the woman. If a woman look good, she get away with anything in America. She ain't even gotta look good. She can be ugly with a body. She getting away with it. If you let these people out here judge, But the male as well. Somebody, a lot of money, a lot of jewelry. Nice car. He gets a different judgment than people. Because of course, money is God in America. All right, but judge not according to the appearance. All right, judge by the law. And the appearance may also be how a situation appears to be. All right, from the outside looking in. That's why being a judge of a situation is saying you got to really delve into the depths of it. You can't just be on some, what a situation appears to be. It appears to be. You can't judge off appears to be. You got to know. Just like I'm gonna give you an example. Domestic violence. Like when a woman cries, oh, this person did this to me. You can't just go off, because that's what the police do. Somebody got to go to jail. 90% of the time it's the man in that situation. All right, but you don't know what happened. This woman, if a woman swinging a knife at you, of course you're gonna hit her. And she called the police. He hit me. And you say, she was swinging a knife at me. Yeah. Get in the car. That's basically what they're gonna say. Yeah, I know, man. Come on, come with us. Because they're judging off the appearance of things. All right, somebody may appear, like if you see, say you got a dude with, a lot of tattoos, the tatted face usually means like, institutionalized. But this man could have repented and changed his life. But if he stands before a judge, and they say, well, he did this, he's most likely going to jail just off of his appearance. Because that's how a lot of people are taught to judge in America, off appearance. That's why people get dressed up to go to job interviews. If I can do the job, well, I gotta wear a tie, man. We working in this is a damn warehouse, but I gotta come here with a tie on, man. Come on, man. Because people know they get judged off appearance, man. But that's not a righteous judgment, all right? So all in all, just, have no respect of persons and continue to judge righteously, with the laws of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right. But I ain't gonna hold you. I just want to make that video. I hope it was edifying. Then I'm gonna say shalom.